I came across a clip from Joe Rogan's podcast with Matthew McConaughey. And we're sitting here prepping, and I had it playing out loud, and I went, oh no, here's another case of me having to fact check Joe Rogan, right? I'm gonna have to. We talked about him playing the AI Tim Waltz, and Tim Waltz was like, ooh, and they're like, that's Tim Waltz, and it wasn't. And I was thinking, all right, here we go. But like you do when you're preparing for such a segment, I went and fact checked what he said, and it was true. And how have I never heard about this? I heard about this in 30 Rock, the fictional TV show, and I thought it was a joke. It's real. Let's listen.
Do you remember? This is kind of a crazy but true story. A few years ago, I don't know what administration it was. It might have been the Bush administration, might have been Obama. They tried to develop a gay bomb. Like, they spent millions of dollars developing a bomb, and the concept behind this bomb was you would detonate it over a city, and it would be like a bunch of probably pheromones and hormones and some kind of drug, and it would make people so horny that they would just have to have sex with whoever is near them. And then the idea was they would be humiliated by this, and then we would just come in and just fuck up all these gay men.
They had low morale.
Yeah,
feeling
it's like
guilty.
all of a sudden, if a man becomes gay, now he's no longer like a highly trained military like soldier in another land. Now he's just a fruitcake, just some guys watching musicals. No, it's the dumbest idea of all
Wondering
time.
why we liked it so much.
Some of the greatest warriors of all time in recorded history were gay, including pirates. Pirates were gay. You're stuck at sea for
Arg.
5 months, a bunch of dudes. You make choices, right? Samurai did a lot of gay stuff. Spartans, the greatest warriors of all time, all gay. Like, what a terrible idea to spend money on. You could have made a more lethal army. Imagine if they dropped that gay bomb and then the gays just kicked our asses. They just had so much more to fight for. They loved each other. And this is how dumb.
Hey, say what you will about Rogan, and I've said a lot about Rogan and his right-wing shift. He actually hasn't, from my understanding, faltered on his pro-gay stance. Yes. So he's like, yeah, you'd make an even more lethal army. Which I don't know even more. That's kind of a big statement. There's something about them gays that really gets them going. Arg. But I appreciate that articulation of it. Wow, Rogan.
Like the people that were spending your tax dollars are.
How far did that get?
$7 million.
$7 million.
Let's see if you can pull that up, Jamie. When the gay bomb was.
It was in the 90s. Pentagon didn't deny the proposal. According to
The Pentagon didn't deny it. If you didn't make a gay bomb, I guarantee you'd fucking deny it. I guarantee you'd be like, no. Well, meanwhile, like, who's to say that shit even stays local? What if it catches a good breeze and blows across the ocean? And, you know,
Good point.
come on. Turns all Portland gay. They become the new Viking army.
Look out, Greenland.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's so hilarious that someone had that idea. But that's what happens when people just have free access without any sort of oversight to your tax dollars. Like, that's such a...
All right, don't make it serious. And that's why we need Doge. It's like, okay, stop it. We're having fun. So a couple things. He said some things that maybe alluded a little bit to something that was inaccurate, but the crux of it's correct, which is that gay folks are better at fighting. No, that there was this proposal. It was just a proposal. He made it sound like they developed it, which reminds me of the 30 Rock scene where they bring out this, I don't even know if it was a bomb, but it was like we have this gang substance, and then they accidentally trigger it, and then everyone in the room just starts going at each other. It's fun. It's a good part of the show. But it wasn't called a gay bomb. That's number one correction. I don't think you could imagine that in a Pentagon document. Gay bomb, directed by Clinton or something. And it wasn't it didn't ever actually get developed. It was just a proposal, but let me go through. In the mid-1990s, how have I never heard of this? This is iconic. The Air Force's Wright Laboratory submitted a proposal to the Pentagon's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. The idea was to create a non-lethal chemical weapon that would release pheromone-like substances intended to make enemy soldiers sexually attracted to each other, supposedly undermining combat effectiveness, which again, there's so many problems with this suggestion. Number one, could you chemically engineer that? I don't know. And would it have the intended effect, as Rogan was saying? How do you know that if everyone's making love to each other and they don't have to wait to go home to find it's all just dudes, then that doesn't make them more ready to fight? Because now they're less sad that they're away from home and they can just get it all in their system. This was one of the several bizarre non-lethal concepts pitched, along with things like chemicals to make troops' skin unbearably sensitive to sunlight. The proposal requested about $7.5 million for research, but I don't think it was ever accepted. So he said they spent that. I think they just said it would take $7 million, which $7 million for the gay bomb is a bargain. That's a rounding error. In our government's budget, the proposal was revealed via a Freedom of Information Act request in 2004 by the Sunshine Project. He said it was under Bush or Obama. I think it had to be under Clinton. The U.S. military confirmed that the document was genuine, but also stressed it was never developed beyond the proposal stage. The gay bomb was even honored for its absurdity with a Nobel Prize? An IG Nobel? I don't even know what that is. For its absurdity. So they never tested it, they never made it, but it was a proposal. People just brainstorm. It's a brain. No bad idea. No bad ideas in brainstorming. You ever heard of that? How are we going to shame these military people? Literally, we've been telling our kids for years, no bad ideas in brainstorming, which is the wrong thing. That's not true. I'm so tired of that. We'll brainstorm things and someone will say a bad idea. I'm like, there's no bad ideas in brainstorming except for that one, because that was a waste of our time. And this may have been one of those, but The Guardian even had a piece way back when, 2007, Air Force looked at spray to turn enemy gay. Oh, they were doing a rhyme scheme there. While we continue to do this, remember, click the subscribe button. It's free. If you click, that's all you have to do on your end, but it helps us on our end if you are subscribed. Make love, not war, the piece writes, may be the enduring slogan of anti-war campaigners, but in 1994, the U.S. Air Force produced its own variation on the philosophy. What if it could release a chemical that would make an opposing army soldiers think more about the physical attributes of their comrades and armed than the threat posed by the enemy? And thus the gay bomb was born. No way. Oh, not in Austin, Texas. That was where the watchdog was. So, I was going to say, maybe they did test it. Well, that's when I first saw the headline. Joe Rogan and Matthew McConaughey, hey, crack up over so-called gay bomb. Sorry, I'm glitching. And I was thinking, oh no, are they going to Alex Jones territory of the U.S. government?
I never sucked any ding-dongs.
All right. I didn't say you did. You bring that up a lot, Alex. But I was so worried it was going to be like, yeah, did you hear a gay bomb went off? And that's why there's rising homosexuality, you know, that argument. But it was so much more fun. So you know what? People say never give them credit. Credit on that, Joe. You nailed it.